Last year, Costco sold 245 million hot dog and soda combos. That's not a typo. 245 million, according to the company. More than every Major League Baseball stadium sells combined, and every single one of them cost the same thing, $1.50. Gas has gone up, rent has gone up, a movie ticket, a candy bar, a cup of coffee. All of it, up, year after year, for 4 decades. But the hot dog hasn't moved, not once. Behind that number is one of the strangest, most disciplined stories in American retail. 2 rival companies, an in-house factory, a soda that changed, and changed back, and an executive who was only half joking when he said he'd kill the man who touched the price. Here's a detail almost nobody knows. Costco didn't invent the $1.50 hot dog. Its rival did. In the mid-1980s, 2 competing warehouse club chains were fighting for the same customers. Costco, founded in Seattle in 1983 by Jim Sinegal and Jeffrey Brockman, and Price Club, an older chain out of San Diego, founded by a retail pioneer named Sol Price. By one company account, in 1984, Price Club got its hands on a batch of leftover hot dog carts from that summer's Los Angeles Olympic. They set one up outside their San Diego warehouse, loaded it with Hebrew national francs, and started selling a hot dog and a soda for $1.50. It worked immediately. A year later, in 1985, Costco, still Price Club's competitor at the time, rolled out its own version of the same idea. 2 rival companies, 2 carts, same price. Neither one had any idea what they were starting. In 1993, the 2 companies merged. Price Club disappeared into Costco, but the $1.50 hot dog survived the merger completely intact, and it's never changed since. Here's the puzzle. If that price had simply tracked inflation from the mid-1980s, that combo would cost somewhere around $4 today. Instead, it's still $1.50. Through the 2008 financial crisis, through record beef prices, through a pandemic that broke supply chains everywhere, through the worst inflation America had seen in 4 decades, every other company in the food business raised prices when costs rose. That's not greed, that's survival. So why didn't Costco? By the 2010s, the math had turned genuinely ugly. Costco's own leadership was worried. Craig Jelinek, at the time Costco's president, soon to become CEO, went to co-founder Jim Sinegal with a warning. They were losing money on every single hot dog combo sold. Jelinek's proposed fix was modest. Raise the price by a quarter. Just 25 cents, to $1.75. Sinegal's response, as Jelinek would later recount it: "If you raise the effing hot dog, I will kill you. Figure it out." Jelinek didn't push back. He went and figured it out. And it wasn't the first time Sinegal had made his position clear. Years earlier, a Seattle Times reporter had asked him directly, "If the hot dog price ever goes up, what would that mean?" His answer, "That I'm dead." So how do you keep a price frozen for 40 years, while the cost of everything around it rises? You stop depending on outside suppliers. Costco built its own hot dog production, first at an existing meat processing plant in Tracy, California. Later at a second facility in Morris, Illinois, just outside Chicago, to keep up with demand. No middleman markup, no suppliers squeezing margins during a beef shortage. Costco controlled the entire cost structure, end to end, right down to switching from kosher Hebrew national francs to its own Kirkland signature recipe. Then it went after the drink. In 2013, Costco switched its food courts from Coca-Cola to Pepsi. A straightforward cost-cutting move to protect the combo's margin. And here's the twist almost nobody saw coming. In 2025, after 12 years on Pepsi, Costco switched back to Coca-Cola. The company has never fully explained why. But the soda changed twice, the manufacturing changed completely, and the price never did. This is where the story stops being about a hot dog, and starts being about how Costco actually makes money. Costco's product sales run on razor-thin margins. The company holds its markup on branded goods to roughly 14 to 15%, compared to 25 to 50% at a typical retailer. Membership fees, meanwhile, make up less than 2% of Costco's total revenue. But according to the company's own financial filings, they account for roughly half of its total operating profit. Almost the entire fee drops straight to the bottom line, because there's no product to ship, stock, or restock. In other words, Costco doesn't need the hot dog to make money. It needs the hot dog to make you believe in the membership. This is where the psychology comes in. Retail analysts call items like this loss leaders. Products sold at a loss to draw people in. But the hot dog does something more specific than that. It's proof. Every time a member buys that $1.50 combo, it becomes evidence that Costco's promise is real. That this is a company that actually holds the line on price, even when it costs them money to do it. Once someone has paid their membership fee, $65 a year for the standard tier, $130 for the executive tier, they're motivated to keep shopping there, to feel like they got their money's worth. Costco isn't fighting for your business one purchase at a time. It's fighting for your trust, once a year, at renewal. That renewal rate currently sits above 92% in the US and Canada, among the highest in retail. The hot dog is the receipt for a promise. Competitors have tried to copy. In 2022, Sam's Club dropped its own hot dog combo to $1.38, a few cents cheaper than Costco's. It still is today, but something interesting happened. Nobody talks about the Sam's Club hot dog, because the price alone was never the point. The story around the price was the point. A company willing to say no to its own CEO, in writing, in public, for 40 straight years, rather than break a promise to its customers. That's a much harder thing to copy than a recipe. Every new CEO who has taken over Costco since Sinegal, Craig Jelinek, and now Ron Vacris, has had to answer the same question in interviews. Will the hot dog price finally go up under you? Every one of them has said no. Vacris even filmed himself eating one on camera, telling members directly the price isn't changing on his watch. The lesson companies keep missing is this: consistency isn't a marketing strategy. At a certain scale, consistency becomes the brand itself. Somewhere in a Costco warehouse today, someone is buying that same hot dog and soda for the same $1.50 that two rival companies each charged 40 years ago, long before anyone imagined the two would ever become one. They probably don't think about the factories built just to protect that number, or the soda that changed, and changed back, or the executive who was only half joking when he said he'd kill the guy who touched the price. They just think, this place doesn't rip me off. And in a business built on membership, and trust, that feeling, repeated every week, at every food court, in every state, might be the most valuable thing Costco has ever sold. Not the hot dog, the trust that came with it.